In 1967, a 19-year-old David Rice was a private serving in Vietnam. He was drafted.
We were over there doing the best we could. A lot of us weren't volunteering, but he got drafted, so you had to go. And of course, we went.
Far from home, Rice says mail call helps soldiers get through the days.
It meant so much to you to have something from home that you knew somebody was caring about you as much as you were over there doing what you were supposed to be doing.
Some soldiers never received letters, and Rice says they would just stop showing up for mail call.
A lot of them didn't have people at home, and a lot of them didn't want to, let anybody know they were there, because when they came home, they were the baby killer.
Back then, in order for a soldier to get anything, you had to have the soldier's name, rank, service number, complete address, and APO on the mailing label. No exceptions. That is, until Rice stumbled on a Dear Abby column asking what people wanted for Christmas that year.
I wrote her and I said, well, that's all I wanted, to see more smiles on people that didn't have mail. And mail was the main connection with anybody.
He wrote, please have them write to any lonely soldier in care of me, and I'll see that he gets it. Dear Abby published Rice's letter in 900 newspapers across the country with his address. And then,
one Sunday afternoon, I'll never forget it, I received 20,000 letters. And that's mailbag after mailbag after mailbag.
Rice kept a journal of how many letters addressed to any lonely soldier he received and from what states. He tried to match soldiers with letters from their home states as best he could.
That way they would have a connection when they came home. And that's what happened. A lot of the girls wrote to the guys, and some went home and got married.
The sheer volume of mail landed Rice in hot water with the feds. The way he tells it, almost 70,000 letters were sent back stamped, not authorized by the Department of Defense. The feds thought it might have been a money-making scam. All of the stamped letters created a bottleneck at the San Francisco post office, prompting then-Congressman Bob Wilson to get involved. After ensuring that Rice was handling the mail appropriately and that no one else's mail was getting mixed in, the feds had no authority to send the letters back, and the law was changed.
And that's why the anonymous servicemen letter packages, including today, are getting mail without their name, address, and anything on it, just to a serviceman.
Morale grew, and Rice says soldiers lined up when it came time for mail call.
They would go there and they would get either a package or maybe a couple packages, and they'd get a couple letters or something. You could just see the smiles on their face.
Rice put together a scrapbook recounting everything that happened between 1967 and 1968. He donated it in November to the Delaware Public Archives for safekeeping.
The materials that are contained in this portfolio, scrapbook, changed a whole way of doing things with the United States Postal System and the Department of Defense. So this is one more piece of important documentation that has come into us.
I don't think the story will get out to where it needs to get out, to thank the people across the United States, that it is really an item that has been changed. One letter makes a big difference, and that made a big change to all the servicemen.
Rice volunteered for a second tour in 1972. His job? Mail clerk.